when I was doing a little bit of research, I ran across a video of Charleston White.
Oh yeah.
Claiming that you steal jokes.
Yeah, you can't believe everything you hear. You know, I tell people all the time, what joke have I stolen? I'm around everybody. One thing people know about comedians, you don't steal jokes or you won't last. You won't be in this game long. So I guess Charleston, my brother, he gets talking and get y'all attention. That's all. That's super funny. But nah, Bubba Dub don't have to steal jokes. You know, I got my own content. I create my own content. I always have and I always will be funny. This shit is in me. You can't teach this shit. You don't get this far by not being funny. So when I hear stuff like that, I just look at it and just talk. You know, a lot of people gonna buy into it or this and that. He just talk. He gets talking, you know. It's just up to you.
What'd you think when you first seen that?
I wasn't really tripping. You know, people gonna say what they want to say about you when you get to a certain level, brother. You just gotta understand that you can either jump into that shit and be negative with it, or you can just keep it moving. I just tend to keep it moving. One thing about me, I'll never get up here and say anything bad about my brother or try to make myself bigger than my brother. That ain't something I do. I let my work speak for itself, and goddamn it, it's speaking. So I can care less what the next man say, you know.
Yeah, you know, he's also trying to do some comedy.
Yeah, I heard he's doing some comedy. You know, shit, you know, whatever you want to do, he can be great at it. You know, it's just enough room for everybody in this game.
I remember seeing Joe Rogan approach somebody about stealing a joke.
Most definitely. And
stealing jokes. I don't know. Have you seen that video? This was a long time ago.
Yeah, I seen it. I just told you, it's a comedy world of serious. You can't be stealing people's jokes. They're gonna call you out behind that shit. That's somebody's livelihood. You know what I'm saying? You that's cold. We don't do that. If you can't come up with your own material or whatever, you don't need to be no comedian. That's as simple as that. I improv my shit. You know what I'm saying? I improv all my skits. I don't write skits. I improv all my stand-up. I can do an hour set, improv. You can't teach that shit. And that's what the game is missing. You can't teach how my stage presence, my delivery, the way I walk up and down the stage. Some people stand in one fucking spot. I move the whole show from left to right to the middle, on the floor. People not doing that no more. I'm doing that. I'm giving people a real live show. I'm not saying some of them, but majority of the other comedians not doing that shit. They get in their stool, they sit in one spot, get their water or their liquor, and they go. I go all over. Eye contact. Ain't gonna even fuck with the crowd. That's how you know I got material. I don't even fuck with the crowd or joke with the crowd. I ain't even added that to my game yet. I'm just giving y'all me. Think about when I really grab this comedy game in a chokehold or get around the Mike Epps or the Dave Chappelle's that the other comedians have been blessed to be around. Wait till I get around the Eddie Griffins or maybe even the Faison Loves to get around them and soak up some game. They in trouble. I haven't had that yet. So, yeah.
Who were some of your inspirations growing up? Like, who were some comedians?
Comedian Richard Pryor, #1. Richard Pryor, #1, bar none. Said what he wanted to say. You know, I love Richard. You know, Richard was the top about, you know, fuck them white folks, you know. But at the same time, he was fucking them white women. That motherfucker had us fooled like a motherfucker. But Richard Pryor, man, you know, he had his own show too on NBC. You know, people think that shit Dave Chappelle was doing was new. That shit ain't new. Richard been playing the biracial presidents. Y'all gotta go back and watch this shit and do your homework. Richard been doing that shit, playing the double characters with Eddie Murphy brought in with the clumps and changed the game with on another level. Cause I think Which Way Is Up, Richard Pryor played the daddy and the grandpa, but the clumps, Eddie damn near played everybody. So Eddie Murphy is one of them. Bernie Macs, the Mike Epps, the Red Foxes, Esther. A lot of people don't forget Esther was a comedian as well. Mom Maybelline. These are old school names that a lot of people, the younger people might not know about. If you do your research, you'll know who these people is. Bill Cosby, fucking comedian. You know, he was a clean comedian, but he was a comedian. I like the old school way of comedy, saying what you want to say, and without being repercussions these days. Because you say the wrong thing these days, and then, you know, they'll try to counsel you. So Richard Pryor was my number one for his comedy inspiration. But for its inspiration of life, my mother. You know, I come from my mother had 5 kids. I'm the baby. My mom used to work at the school. She was a cook, made $900 a month. Took her all of us. I had the jars and everything off of mom with $900 a month income. So that's my motherfucking inspiration. My mom, she didn't graduate. My dad didn't graduate. All my mom kids graduated. All my mom kids are living, thank God. So my mom is my inspiration. So if she could do it, I know I could do it. So that's my inspiration, my mom.
At some point, you link up with Kountry Wayne?
Nah, I ain't never linked with Kountry yet. He just gave me a shout out on 85 South Show, but me and Kountry Wayne haven't linked. But we both do skits. You know, he took his to another level. He got episodes after motherfucking episode. You know, shout out to Kountry Wayne, but nah, me and him ain't never linked. But in due time, we will. But nah, me and Kountry Wayne haven't linked yet.
For the other comedians coming up, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would you tell them? Like, how would they get their self popping and get going?
Work on your craft. Work on your craft. Get your own material. Stay in your own lane. And don't look at what nobody else doing and do you. That's it. See, a lot of people see us doing this, seeing us out here with the Floyds, the Shaqs, getting money. They think they can do it. They trash. Like, this comedy shit ain't for everybody, bro. Some people think they can get in and tell a couple jokes, because you could be hot for 2 months, and then after that 2 or 3 months, your ass out of there. But it's all about the long game. It's all about longevity. I've been doing this shit, I told you, for 5 years. So if I ain't what people say I ain't, why in the fuck I'm still here? You know why? Because I'm dope. I'm dedicated to my craft. I don't hate on nobody. I want to see you win just like I want to see myself win. There's no competition. I'm only in competition with myself. If I would tell anybody, be yourself, man. Be yourself. The internet, you don't need nobody these days. You got the internet. You can drop a video right here and a couple hours later go viral. The whole world is watching you. So just be yourself. Be yourself and mind your business. That's all I can tell you. Be yourself and mind your business.
Okay, so I know you linked up with like a lot of big dudes, man, like Shaq and Floyd and Kountry Wayne and everything, man. You know, so how'd you link up with everybody?
I still ain't met Shaq yet.
Oh, you ain't met Shaq yet?
I ain't met Shaq in person yet. Only on the FaceTime and this and that, man. So that's the beauty about my life. Me to be who I am. To make somebody like Shaq laugh, and you know, and still ain't met bro yet, and bro done so much for me. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah. So how did you guys, you know what I'm saying, connect, and you know, what all exactly has he, you know what I'm saying, helped you along with?
Shaq, he just reached out to me one day last year, and he was like, what you saying about the Lakers, little bro, is real talk. You know, it's real. And, you know, I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, I appreciate you. And I went and told my cousin about the situation. My kinfolk, Adrian Blakemore. I was like, man, Shaq hit me up. I just told him thank you. He was like, hey, fool, dumbass. Tell him put you on one of them damn shows. You know what I'm saying? Shaq in the comedy world. And I did. I reached out to him. He had a comedy show they did. I didn't get to get on. No, it was a little too late, but he said, I'm going to make it up to you. And he ended up buying me tickets to the All-Star game last year in Cleveland. So he looked out for me on that and put me on his podcast. And, you know, we just been real cool ever since. We just ain't just linked up in person yet. So yeah, Shaq cool dude, man. Shout out to Shaq.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.